It's time for the Gettin Outdoors podcast, Town Country United Bank Lake Millers Ferry Weekend Hunting and Fishing Report. A weekly update on water conditions, ramp events, generating schedule, what's biting, and seasonal hunting information with outdoor reporters Joe Allen Dunn, Kevin Sims, and Shane Jones. This weekly hunting and fishing report is brought to you by the good folks at Town Country United Bank in Camden, Alabama, serving their customers for over 40 years. Town Country United Bank's highest priority is satisfied customers. Now, here's your weekend Lake Millers Ferry hunting and fishing report.
Come summertime, we're feeling fine, fishing on the lake, flipping jigs and Carolina rigs, from early morning till real late. Bonfires on the creek bank, kick back a couple beers. Yeah, we command the outdoors around here. Yeah, we command the outdoors. Yeah, we command the outdoors. Next year's doesn't till you know winter's on the way. Brushing blinds and deer stands. Fever starts to creep. Fill our freezers full of ducks, lots of tender deer. Yeah, we command the outdoors around here. Yeah, we command the outdoors. Yeah, we
another one on the B&B Silver Shade.
Command the outdoors. So grab your guns and shells, boys. Put on your camouflage. 'Cause we command the outdoors around here. We command the outdoors.
Team Bigfoot in the house around here.
Shane Jones crappie fishing.
Got it.
First one, 2023, smackdown.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Gettin Outdoors podcast, 248 Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report with my outdoor reporters Kevin Sims and Joe Allen Dunn. Shane was up in Chattanooga, Tennessee, said he wasn't going to make it back in time to get on tonight, but we'll miss him. Heck,
He looking at Christmas lights and bears, Big Daddy.
huh? Oh, I didn't even think about that. He might be up there at Dollywood.
Yeah, that's what he do.
Well, I tell you what, it's been this was the worst weekend this past weekend for fishing that I ever saw. But it was, some people went out there, and we'll talk about it in a minute. First of all, let's go over a few events going on this weekend. First of all, at the Cornwallis, now that's up in Lowndes County, starting Thursday, December the 14th, they're having a big doe contest, and it is several ways to get your doe entered. Now, you're going to have to field dress your doe, weigh it, and hold your ticket up and take a picture if you don't carry it to Cornwallis. Now, if you want to carry it up there, they'll do all that stuff for you. Cornwallis is right there in Braggs, Alabama, and this big doe contest covers 41 counties, and they're going to have a finale Saturday at 12 o'clock. Doe Nation TV, outdoor TV show will be there filming the show, and they want everybody to bring their does up there, whether you're in the contest or not, because they're getting all this food for the area food bank. So that is starting Thursday the 14th through the 16th there at Cornwallis in Lowndes County. And that's the only thing I got going on this weekend. I see old Big Bama Bryant Taylor's on there. You see that picture I put up of him yesterday? He picked them reels up, Joe Allen.
Yeah, he needs to call Shimano and get a sponsorship with him, because he loves those reels. And I've always said Shimano is one of the best reels on the market, and those big reels, it's like buying insurance. I told him he didn't realize that with Shimano, every few years, if they get a little rough or if the drag goes to not holding right or anything, you box them up, send them back to Shimano to the headquarters, and they'll rebuild it for $30. Now, how ain't no other reel, I think, company will do that.
And they clean them for pretty much nothing.
Yeah.
You can send all your reels up there, and they'll give it like a show enough cleaning. I mean, take bearings out, clean the bearings, pack them, put them back in. Even like on a spinning reel, the bail bearing, that's what you get from out in the salt water. They'll put a new one of them on it, and then you got $8 or $10 in the rebuild. I mean, it is a good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they're Shimano Dakota 600 HGs, and them darn things cost what they about $225, ain't they, Joel?
Yep, they are, but Big Bama done figured out they are the ultimate catfishing reel. I tell you what, I'll put them up against that any of that catfishing series that Ambassador has anytime.
Well, you see what old Joey Kirby says up there. He said he can't hide money, big money, Bama Bryant. And I tell you what, I'm getting a little concerned about Big Bama Bryant because he come out. You notice how much he done lost about 100 pounds and had a good looking little gal with him yesterday. I tell you, we better keep an eye on him.
Well, he told me he's getting ready for catfishing season. That's what he's leaning up, gonna catch. He's going. He said I don't know when he's going, but he's talking about going to Wheeler. Said he's gonna get that 100-pound cat.
All right, I just got through doing the podcast. I couldn't find nobody during the holidays to do it with me, so I did it myself, and I just picked out my top 10 gifts for 2023. So I picked out some good stuff. I didn't include one of those Shimano catfish reels because I ain't never used one.
I bet you included one of these.
Yep, I sure did. Browning cameras. I said that would be my pick. You can spend $130 to $200. Now my pick was not the cellular cameras, but the Browning SD card cameras. Because if y'all look at the videos that I put up from the duck pond and the beaver pond, those cameras not only take excellent video, but awesome audio also.
I know. I watched the video and I got tickled. Them ducks, I could hear them acorns falling in the water off from them. And when they did, the ducks turned and took off looking for that acorn.
Yeah, I can't tell you. There's a couple other things too. I mentioned those pit bull braid clippers. Have you got a pair of those, Kevin?
The ones with the yellow the blue handle like that you got from Jamie.
Yeah.
I got one of them. They good stuff.
They'll snap that braid line like nothing I ever saw.
Anything you put in there, I cut my fingernails with them.
And I tell you something else I put on there, and I know a lot of you aren't going to gift this, but I upgraded my Helix 7 to Helix 10, and let me tell you, that Helix 10 made a heck of a difference. John Farmer told me it would, but for the dead-gum clarity and I'm telling you, it's unbelievable the difference in that Helix Mega side imaging, G4 7 and that 10. It's a big difference. Same thing with the live scope with that 9-inch to a 10-inch. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, you go from 640p to 1080p. It's like two different units.
Well, that's anything I sell at the store. Say, what's the difference when this $300 item and this, say, $800 item? I said, the more you spend, the better it's going to be. And that's just a fact.
And it doesn't do any better. I mean, the Helix 7 does the same thing the Helix 10 does, but the resolution and the clarity, and it's just so much better. I tell you, it's just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Pixels per inch has got a lot to do with that.
Yeah. All right, let's see what I got on here. The Big Buck Contest is going on. Wilcox Area Chamber Big Buck Contest. They will have their second of 3 doe contests, not this weekend, but New Year's Eve weekend. And if you have not got your Big Buck ticket if you hunt in Dallas, Lowndes, Butler, Monroe, Clark, Marengo, or Wilcox County and have not gotten your tickets yet, I urge you to go ahead and get it, because it is, I'm seeing some scrapes and I'm seeing some rubs, Joe Allen.
Well, I hadn't seen any yet. I'll be honest with you. Our deer kind of going into a little lull around here. The kids ain't seeing but a few does coming in the patch, but I think that is attributed to the, like Kevin said, that we had a late acorn fall, and like Kevin, here in the yard we got acorns almost ankle deep, and if that's going on in the woods, they ain't coming in patches till they eat up them acorns. And I think some of that's going on. Plus, we having the we always call it the
mid-season lull.
Yeah, the December lull. So they get ready for the rut. Me and Donna looked up the other night. The shortest day of the year was right here at the end of the month, and then after that, that's when the rut kicks on. So that's what's going on, and I think also, with the way we can everybody put out corn by the tubfuls now, they got plenty to eat. And if you ain't putting out corn, somebody else is.
Yeah, ain't no doubt about that. Ain't no doubt about that. Hey, I know a lot of you are birders like I am, and I've been keeping up with the banding birding of America. They have been catching a lot of winter hummingbirds down in Baldwin County, and I promise you, you might have a winter hummingbird at your house. If you have taken your bird feeders down, I urge you to put them back up. You ain't got to fill them all the way up. You don't need but a quarter full, just enough if they happen to come. And if you get a winter hummingbird, it's not going to be one of them ruby throats like we have in the summertime. It's going to be a not a rare but not common bird, and you can call those guys and they will come to your house and they will catch that bird and they will band that bird. And Fred told me the last podcast I did with him about hummingbirds that once you get a winter hummingbird coming to your house, they will be there for life. They will come back every year. And I have a hummingbird feeder up. I keep them up in the wintertime. I've never gotten one, but I know if somebody listening to me right now that will get one. So y'all keep them hummingbird feeders out there. You don't have to fill them all the way up like you do in the summertime. Just have enough in there for them to have something to eat.
But,
all right,
Big Daddy, the only thing coming to my bird feeders right now is a great old big fox squirrel. He thinks that's his feeder.
That's the same thing here at the woodyard. I hadn't seen a bird in 2 weeks out here at the woodyard, and then all of a sudden today, some goldfinches showed up out there. So maybe the goldfinches finna come in here. All right, I have seen a lot of videos, and Joe Allen, the one of you falling out of the seat might be the funniest one I've ever seen, but the one I saw this week was Jackie Bushman chasing and catching that armadillo. And I know how old Jackie is. Jackie old as I am. It's a wonder he didn't break his damn leg chasing that. Did you see that video?
I did not.
I ain't saw that one.
I got it on my Facebook page. He run it down now. I got to give it to him. He sure does.
He's way prior than I am. Ain't no way I could run on with this down now.
No, me neither. And I was surprised he could. But I'm gonna get him to text me that video where I can play it next week. All right, y'all, let's go to the Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report for the weekend of December the 15th through the 17th, 2023. The Millers Ferry Powerhouse, now this is for tomorrow, December the 14th, 2023. They are running 48 megabytes from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. That's 2 units. From 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., 72 megawatts, and that's 3 units. From 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., 24 megawatts, that's 1 unit. And from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., 48 megawatts, that's 2 units. And at Jones Bluff, from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m., 20 megawatts, that's 1 unit. From 6 a.m. till 8 a.m., 60 megawatts, that's 3 units. And from 8 p.m. till 9 p.m., 20 megawatts, that's 1 unit. And from 8 p.m., 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., 1 unit. And then from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., 49 megawatts, that's 3 units. And from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., 15 megawatts, that's 1 unit. That's how they pull in water on Millers Ferry and Jones Bluff. The water temperatures are from 52 to 58 degrees. That water is right where we've been wanting it, Joe Allen.
It is, but like what you've been talking about, that's something else we need to look at and talk about. When you don't have any rain or any water like we had years before that we didn't have a high water, and low water in the wintertime is a bad thing. We need that high water because it's part of you got to say, the cycle of life for a lake. And until we get that high water to push those fish where they need to be and redo the things, I'm really wanting to see a high water. That's what I want to see. I'm ready to get up my yard because I know then we'll have a great spring and great fishing. I don't want to go without a high water.
Well, it ain't none in sight. I can tell you that. We really
scary because I've seen years that we went through a year or two without a high water, and it does not help the fishing. You want a high water.
All right, well, let's go to the catfishing, and I'm getting inquiries right now about the 2024 jugging tournament. Joe Allen, can you fill us in on anything on that?
I need to get up with CT Ward and see where we at. We still want a winter tournament and we want a summer tournament. We have put some dates in with the state park, and they said they will call me back. You know, this transitioning with the state, taking it back over. We got to figure out what they got. They got to let us know what their permit or let us do. So yeah, we want them too.
All right, now Travis, I'm telling you, he got that new boat and he is in that river. I tell you, he went out there this weekend in that wind and Rayleigh caught her first crappie. I was so proud of her. Brian went fishing this weekend too, but I don't think he did anything. So what's going on with the catfishing, Joe Allen? What you hearing?
It's still in the river. Ain't nothing gonna change. You'll have high water, but I can also say I remember that year we fished early in I think that was that was January. One of those years we had short pants on and took pictures. Them fish will start moving up in the flats whether we get a high water or not sooner or later because they know they got to lay eggs. So I don't know. Me and Travis talked about that, but the only reason he didn't go on that flat, he was scared with that new boat. He didn't want to get hung up on the ground or tear something up. But
mess up all them new $10,000 worth of electronics you got on there.
Right, because sooner or later they gonna make the move where they have the high water or not. You know what I mean? And, it's getting close. Like I said, usually February you count on them flats. So they're gonna make a move sooner or later, and it depends on what the bait's doing too. Keep an eye on where the bait's at.
Chad Vice said he caught a lot of eater fish last weekend. Now let's talk a minute about our January the 1st jugging contest. I saw a post on Facebook today, Kevin, where one of the old Dirty Hooker team members said that the team Bigfoot had disintegrated and had gone. Is Team Bigfoot still alive and kicking? Are they gonna fish the first Joe Allen?
Well, yeah. I downsized boat, but that's fine for the first part of the year because I'm gonna fish shallow flats. I can do it out of a 14-foot aluminum boat or a canoe with a paddle.
I want to see you get in a canoe.
It had to be pretty stable. I'd have to put an outrigger on to help me out.
Power poles.
Yeah.
Let's see what Captain Troy says. Captain Troy says the low water through the winter and spring months hurt our natural oyster reefs down there tremendously. We need the fresh water to run oyster catch off. We don't get high water soon. There will be no oyster harvest on the public reefs for next fall. That is bad news right now.
Yeah,
I hate to hear that, but I understand why.
We need high water. It's part of our life cycle on that river.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're right, and I'm gonna tell you what, them Porterville oysters ain't none no better. I guarantee you that.
That was so good the other weekend, wasn't it?
They sure were. All right, Kevin, we and you and Tristan gonna fish the first of the year. We gonna
yeah. On the when we do the jugging thing, yeah, we're gonna do that. And if we don't have a high water, them fish by then they're gonna be on a flat. They're just gonna be on different flats. They're not gonna be in the same. They're gonna be it'll be a little different. And we'll just keep that a little closer to the vest right there for the day.
All right, I'm depending on you. All right, let's talk about bass fishing. You said you were gonna try to bass fish last weekend, Kevin. Did you?
Well, we there wasn't pulling no water. It was like I said I'm not going over and fight all that. So we went down to Coffeyville down there. We always catch something below the dam at Coffeyville. We went down there and didn't get a bite for 3 hours, and we finally just took out. And that morning it was real hazy and high. I guess that was high pressure. It was like real humid when you went outside. No, even with the cool air, it's still humid. And everything was wet. Everything. I pulled up there at 10 o'clock. And it was like dew falling on my truck. And we fished 3 hours there in the spillway. Trying to catch a spot or a strike. And did not get a bite. And we decided to go buy a pizza and go home.
Well, I tell you, the bass fishing, I hadn't seen many bass fishing here. Every time I go out there, of course, Tommy Bridges is out there, and he's fishing them points. And I don't know what he's throwing.
What I was told.
What's that?
I said, I heard Tommy caught fish Saturday, but I talked to 2 other people said they didn't get a bite even Saturday, but I heard Tommy caught fish Saturday.
Well, if you were coming to Millers Ferry this weekend, what would you plan on doing now? They talking about, I think Saturday's going to be pretty fishable, 10 to 15 mile an hour winds. I think Sunday might be a wash. But what would you do if you was coming over here Saturday?
With the water moving, try to get in there, and your shad pattern baits, spinner bait, lipless crankbait, whatever depth that you're fishing, whatever you cut, point, ledge, like that, where that you're gonna have current coming during that time, and see if you see if you got forward facing sonar or good side image, they're gonna be around the bait. That's what I mean. The fall is they fattening up, getting ready for the spawn. It's bait.
Mm-hmm. I want to ask, all right, Shane had some shad baits on his page here the other day.
Yeah.
What kind of bait was that? Because they look good to me.
That's at 6 cents. 6 cents. I got some too. And
they look good.
Yeah, but they are mighty, mighty thin. But you saw how we'll get next week. We'll talk about it. I'll bring mine in here, and we'll get Shane to show us how to rig them up. But I'm telling you what, they look just like shad. They really do.
They was good looking things.
All right. Well, let's go right into crappie. That's what he ordered them for. Cause I'm telling you, and I don't know anything about this. And me and Shane talked this evening, Joe Allen, and you and Kevin helped me with this because I've been on this lake, fishing this lake since they backed it up back in the early 70s. And I can't ever remember anybody catching those schooling crappie in the wintertime like Shane did last winter. And he says that's about to be in play. Joe Allen, you saw him do it. Have you ever heard of that?
Well, yeah, that's what our river is set up for it right now, because it's like a Grenada Lake or a lake like he's fishing down in Florida when there's no pulling water and we got clear water and no fresh water. Our lake turns into a lake like that. And those fish are out there schooling and hunting something to eat. They would stay on their structure sometimes, but I remember me and Shane talked about that. A lot of those fish, you got 2 or 3 at the top that are feeding, and you catch those off. But you see that sometimes that gray big ball, they're not feeding, they're resting. And you look out, scan out there, and all of a sudden you see 4 or 5 of them that's out there chasing. Now you got to run them down. That's a thing about it. And if you ain't got live scope and ain't fast and quick like Shane, you got to stay on them and chase them down. Then you throw it in front of them fish, and they'll knock the fire out of it. But you got to get the right angle on them, you know. Those kind of fish are hard to catch, but if you know how to do it, you wear them out. He was in 50 foot of water in front of my house wearing them out, but he was running and chasing them down.
And I think with the weather like it is now, we're getting the thermocline gets a little bit more prevalent at Millers Ferry. You're not having as long a generation time you get a little bit more settled water like that, and the oxygen content will do that. Them fish that sitting up in that top like that, the oxygen may go away over. They had to move to get better oxygen and stuff like that, more comfortable position, you know. And you know, I ain't got sense enough to really figure out exactly if that's true, but that's my opinion that oxygen content of the water, when we're not having a lot of moving water, generating more oxygen, because you got cloudy days, no rain, you're losing oxygen, not gaining oxygen, killing grass, we're not getting oxygen. You know, I mean, it's a lot of factors that's against the fish, you know.
Well, that's why in the years past, all us average fishermen that don't have live scope, we want high water, we want moving water.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we want.
That's right.
To fit our patterns.
Mm-hmm.
But this stuff is going on right now does not fit our pattern.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. I don't know how Shane does it, but he caught those schooling fish. I saw the live scope screen, and some of them up on the schools of shad. And he's throwing a 1/4 inch bait. But we'll get him to tell us about it next weekend.
When he figured that out, he was actually fishing trees on the riverbank, and then the fish would disappear. And he was just scanning around looking. Look, they out there 40 foot in the river. So he went out there, you know, and it's like they was in there where they wanted to be, but they were hard to catch. And then they run out there where the bait is, and the oxygen is, and the flow is, that where the shad's at, and they run out there, and he was able to catch more, you know. And then they would lose them out there. They'd look back over, and they back over in those trees. But he said, you know, remember those pictures where they showed them pointing up? I ain't never seen white bird doing that before. You know, they was like tilted up in the water column, you know.
Well, all y'all tune in tomorrow night at 7 o'clock for Crappie Cast on Shane Jones Fishing YouTube and Facebook, and you can ask him, and he'll tell you how to do it. He'll tell you all about it. But now you got to remember, Shane's boat has top of the line electronics, top of the line trolling motor, and he's got those brakes on his boat. And that really helps boat control. It really does.
Oh yeah,
definitely electronics. But in the past, I've always said Millers Ferry was like Jekyll and Hyde. And when I say that, when it's like a river system, it's one way, and then when it's like a lake, it's another way.
You're exactly right about that, Joe Allen. Well, we did have some action this weekend. Mike Letkins caught some crappie this weekend, and I mentioned that Rayleigh, she caught her first crappie, so she's hooked now. But now I don't know anything about bankhead, but Tim Maddox he sends me pictures from up there, and I'm telling you, looks like Bankhead up there in North Alabama. Oh, I think that's on the Warrior River, isn't it, Kevin? It has some great crappie fishing up there. All right, Joe Allen, I've had several, more than one person ask me about you and Scott and Dixie and Sarah and Lobo squirrel hunting. Now, I mean, people are concerned about that.
It's coming. It's coming. I got to get started. I got too much stuff in the work in the store. I'm trying to sell something, make a living, so me and Bubba can make another year. I got to get that out of the way, and then we gonna put. I know you said the other day you ain't had squirrel and dumpling. How many years now?
2 years. Been 2 years, ain't it, Kevin?
I think so. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get some, and it's gonna be from treed squirrels.
Well, you remember last time we had a squirrel and dumpling, we had to depend on Buzzard to get them for us, Kevin. You remember that?
I know.
Well,
And then we might better contact Buzzard again.
no, I'm gonna get Robbie Huggins to get him this time. Buzzard's down on his low limb
right now.
Yeah, he's gonna come by with his biscuit and want to sop it in some gravy too. So,
all right, well, I understand small game hunting is really doing good. I see old Jared Hudson's going coon hunting about every night. They having a good time coon hunting. It is the time of the year too small game hunt. I remember Christmas time used to be one of the funnest times to get out in the woods and pull vines and shoot them squirrels. And now's the time. Deer hunting now. Y'all talked a while ago about the law, but let me tell you what. You can't believe the people that are sending me deer from all over the state of Alabama. Well, hell, all over the nation, for that matter. But did you see that deer that Chad McManus sent me last night from Portland? 10.217 pounds. Did you see it, Joe Allen?
no,
Yes, sir. It was a horse. It was a horse.
Chad and them killed him.
Yeah, killed him over there on Chad's place in
Yeah.
Portland.
Nice.
But I told you at the start of the show, I ain't. Tommy said he's seeing some scraping and some rubbing going on out here in the Grampian Hills. Have you heard anything about that?
Me, I have not on mine. But
one of the guys I work with, he said that I think it was Wednesday. No, what's the day? Day's Wednesday. It was Monday. The kids were out of school and took his son hunting. It said that he had 20-something deer come in the field, and there was 6 or 7 small bucks. And he said they was getting after those, getting after each other. Said they was all stirred up. Which I think Monday was a good day after we had such a windy day Sunday, and then that front come on through and got cold Monday. I think Monday was a good day.
Well, don't forget the Cornwallis Big Doe contest this weekend. I got all that information on my Facebook page, and also the Wilcox Area Chamber Big Buck contest is going on as we speak. The duck pond out here that I put my cameras up on is slam full of wood ducks and hooded mergansers. Hadn't seen any mallards, but it's plenty of ducks that I'm seeing in the Grampian Hills.
does Tommy shoot in them ducks?
No, he ain't never shot a duck.
Ooh.
Jimmy and Jim Lawler might shoot them, but Tommy ain't never shot one. There's plenty of them out there, though.
Well, tell Jim them go get us 3 or 4 of them wood ducks. Bring them to me. I'll clean them. We'll cook them.
All right, I can make that happen. I sure can. But it looks like the ducks are moving in.
Who was that brought me the ducks last time?
I was Garrett and Grant Gaston and a little Stoudemire. They went that damn cold morning and killed all them ducks.
In the ice. That's right.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, we need to cook them ducks and all them boys come over to camp and eat, because I ain't going to keep taking the duck and not cook them some.
Well, hey, I'm sure they'll go for that. I guarantee you. Because, Kevin, I tell you what you missed last weekend, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Allen made a bad pot of chili. I'm guarantee you it was some of the best I ever ate.
I think Big Daddy loves any chili.
I'm trying to think. We cooked. We had pretty good grocery in Thomasville this weekend too. I'm trying to think what I cooked Saturday night. It was good.
But
What about rodeo?
day that I brought in, he said, that's kind of hot there. What all do you have in that? I told him that was Big Daddy's chili.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin, what about rodeo? We through with it, right, for this year?
Yeah, well, it'll be, unless something comes up, as far as pro rodeo stuff, the finals for the PCA are February 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. It'll be in Biloxi. And I'm not sure about the NPRSA. It'll be in North Alabama. It's sometime in the spring, but he'll be moving to Missouri sometime in January. So I'm assuming they have to coordinate whether or not he's gonna be able to get back, to Biloxi or not. Because I ain't made my reservation yet for them 4 days in Biloxi until we find out for sure that he's gonna be able to make the trip back from Missouri. Because it's like 13 hours where he'll be going to school at.
Well, we'll catch up with it when it gets there. But Joe Allen, there's a lot of rumors going on around town that old Santa Claus might be making an appearance at Dunn Sports. Anything to that?
Yeah, I meant to fix to mention that. We're breaking news right now. Santa Claus is going to drop in with his sleigh and reindeer and be there at Dunn Sports, not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
That'll be the 23rd, Christmas Eve.
So you bring your children, come by and get a picture out there with Santa Claus.
And what about, are you going to have any specials going on?
I got all. I mean, literally right now, they'd come in and look at the gun and look at me and say, I want your best bottom dollar prize, and I guarantee you I'll come off that sticker prize.
Have you got a hospital bed in the store to put Bubba in?
No, that's what'll keep Bubba off that hospital bed. He said he wants some money in the bank account. And told me to sell something. He's tired of looking at it, so I'm gonna sell it.
What is your hot item this Christmas night, Dunn Sports, Joe Allen? Still closed?
Well, we got a lot of stuff. If you want stocking stuffers, we got stuff like this right here. We got a game call landers by Browning. We got another Browning duck call bag with stuff in it. We got this here is a game tote. Like when you got 10 or 15 ducks, this thing will hold all of them. When you're taking pictures out there at Stuttgart, you want one of these.
You can do squirrels, you can do rabbits, all this. You got your little wire here, and you got a loop on it. You just make a choker out of it, and string him up.
All right, all this Browning old school camo, I'm gonna put it on another rack. Bubba said it's gotta move because people will use it for turkey hunting, so we gotta move it this fall. He said put 30% off on it. All pants and shirts and hats. All the Browning old school.
And that's hot right now. Everybody I see is wearing that stuff.
We got these hoodies that's by Marshwear. And feel inside of it.
That's a fleece like, ain't it?
It's fleece lined.
Oh, yeah.
All that stuff is 30% off. Now, this ain't just your normal old average hoodie. It's a hoodie with fleece line. So, I mean, just come in, look. Well, I forgot one thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We showed that earlier. The Browning cameras, we got a good deal on all the Browning cameras. But the Drake short sleeve T-shirts are 50% off. So you getting they average around $12 or $13. So I mean, for somebody, a cousin you don't really care about, you can surely get him something that looks good.
Yeah.
For
Get a
cheap.
good deal.
Yeah, right.
Dirty 7, yeah.
Exactly. So we'll get a Drake T-shirt. So hell,
Instead of a pair of socks.
That's right.
Get him a Drake T-shirt.
Let's get him a Drake. And we got some of the stuff still in some 2 and 3X sizes.
All right. Well, sound like next Saturday you probably gonna have a pretty good crowd there if old Santa shows up like you think he is.
Yeah, I'm scared the store won't hold them all. Probably.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. That's not this Saturday, but next Saturday. What we're gonna do it from about 9 to 11, somewhere like that. Santa Claus will be there.
Yeah, until Travis Powell gets there, and he'll probably disrupt Santa.
Well, he's gonna bring Rayleigh, so maybe he'll be on his best behavior.
Yeah, because I told Travis don't come up there because you know good and damn well Travis is on the naughty list. He ain't gonna get none.
All right, guys, that was a good report with Mr. O'Shane. Y'all tune in to Shane Jones Fishing tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Crappie Cast. Ask him about them schooling fish. I know he's going to talk about them because that's what he's been doing down there on Lake Talking. We've been going is catching them schooling crappie down there.
Yep.
All right, Kevin, I'll see you. Y'all need to come to the studio next weekend. Let's do it from here because Santa Claus done left y'all some stuff here at the studio, and I don't want to bring it all the way over there to Thomasville.
10-4. That we can. We come to studio next Wednesday.
All right, and we'll do the Christmas show next Wednesday, and everybody looks like it's gonna be a wet and windy weekend, so it might be a good weekend to go Christmas shopping.
All right, if we come next weekend, we're going to go. Santa's going to have to carry us out to eat somewhere.
Yeah, he will. He will. We'll go to Rack and Reel. You see this new hat I got? They got new. Let me hold on a minute. They got new hats and T-shirts at the Rack and Reel. I bought me this hat the other night. That's a good looking hat right there.
Oh yeah.
I'll take y'all out to eat next weekend. I sure will. Y'all come on, bring Donna and Denise too if they want to come.
I don't know if that'll happen.
Yeah,
we'll try.
Denise is off tonight, so she may have to work next Wednesday. She works.
All right, let's old cat catcher tuned in, Stacy Gaston. I'm glad to see him is living. He's been mighty quiet, Kevin.
He's been busy. It's Christmas time. He's making money.
Hey, Michael Hilliard wants to know if you got any youth guns in stock, Joe Allen.
Yes, I got some in the Savage and 243, 223, and a 7mm 08.
There you go, Michael. There you go. And you heard what he said. He's making a deal. Don't even pay no attention to the sticker price.
Yeah.
Let's make a deal.
All right, guys. I enjoyed it. Great show this week. And everybody be safe out there. Enjoy Christmas. Everybody have a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll be back next Wednesday, same time, same channel for the Getting Outdoors podcast, Town Country, United Bank, Hunting Fishin' Christmas Report next weekend with outdoor reporters Joe Allen Dunn, Kevin Sims, and Shane Jones. See y'all next week.
Goodbye.
Me every critter's track and how to set a hair trigger on a trap. He taught me to shoot, scale, and skin and make a snare with a leather strap. He taught me to be a part of the woods and all his woodsy tricks. Said you gotta walk soft on 2 light feet and try not to break no stick. I thank Daddy for my savvy, how to hunt and how to carry anything that I might need to get a piece of skillet meat. How to walk and how to hide, how to crawl and how to slide, how to sneak, stalk and climb and do it all on 2 light feet.